Good day. So today we will discuss about the major fishery species in the Philippines in aquatic or marine biodiversity. So we have here a 10 species in marine biodiversity. So the first is corals. Corals are marine invertebrates within the class Anthozoa of the phylum Cnidaria. They are typically formed compact individual polyps. Coral species include the important reef builders that inhabit tropical oceans and secrete calcium carbonate to form a hard skeleton. Corals are classified as species of animals within the subclasses of Hexacoralia and Octocoralia of the class Anthozoa in the phylum Cnidaria. Corals' growth rates of 0.3 to 2 centimeters per year for massive corals and up to 10 centimeters per year for branching corals. It can take up to 10,000 years for coral reef to form a group of larvae. Depending on their size, barrier reefs and atolls can take from 100,000 to 30 million years to fully form. Coral reefs protect coastline from storms and erosions, provide jobs for local communities, and offer opportunities for recreation. They are also a source of food and new medicines. Over 500 million people depend on reefs for food, income, and protection. So we have here a picture of coral reefs. So this is the picture of coral reefs. So we all know that corals are in marine. So corals balay ito yan mga isda. Tapos ang corals bago iya mahimo, bago iya magforma na yang tropical ocean and secret calcium carbonate para iya magbagtik. So ang adtong corals. So ang corals na protect gihapon itihan mga ligid dagat uran, mga erosion, mga baha-baha, tas na-provide yapon niya yung trabaho para sa mga local communities, and offer opportunities for recreation. Next is seagrass. Seagrasses are the only flowering plants which grow in marine environments. There are about 60 species of fully marine seagrasses which belong to 4 families. First is Posidoniaceae. Next is Zosteraceae. Third is Hydrocharitaceae. And lastly, Cymodocea. All in the order Alismatilis, in the clade of monocotyledons. Seagrasses evolved from terrestrial plants which recolonized the ocean 70 to 100 million years ago. Seagrasses have roots, stems, and leaves. They also form tiny flowers, fruits, and seeds. Most seagrasses reproduce by pollination. The pollen is transported to other plants by water. The roots of horizontal stems, or rhizomes, often buried in sand or mud, anchor the grasses and absorb nutrients. Seagrasses provide food, shelter, and essential nursery areas to commercial and recreational fishery species and to countless invertebrates living in seagrasses communities. So ang seagrass, amulaya ang flowering plants nga nabubuhi sa dagat waray iba. So ang seagrass, provided gyapon niya nga urokyan ng isda nga pagkaon gihapon ng isda. Third is mangroves. Mangroves are woody plants that grow at the interface between land and sea in tropical and subtropical latitudes where they exist in conditions of high salinity, extreme tides, and strong winds, high temperatures, and muddy anaerobic soils. There are maybe no other group of plants which such highly developed morphological and physiological adaptations to extreme conditions. Within 10 years, as those roots spread out and sprout, a single seedling can give rise to an entire thicket. It's not just trees but the land itself that increases. Mud collects around the tangled mangrove roots, and shallow mudflats build up. From the journey of a single seed, such rich ecosystem may be born. Mangroves provide natural infrastructure and protection to nearby populated areas by preventing erosion and absorbing storm surge impacts during extreme weather events such as hurricanes. They are also important to the ecosystem too. Their dense roots helps bind and build soils.
Ang mangroves, urokyan gyapon niyahan mga isda. Tapos, nakaprotect gyapon niya ha mga hirani nga balay, so iton dagkong balod, labi na kon may da mga bagyo.
So, ang mangroves, nabubuhay hadaplin ang dagat. Diri agad exactly hadaplin do ang dagat, basta naabot iyahan hay sa limitian kaparat. Kasi pag matabang kasi ang dagat, diri ko as in nabubuhay. Tapos, nabubuhay gyapon bisan strong winds, magkusugan kuan hangin, tapos extreme tides, bisan dagko nanduro hiya nga mga balod, nabubuhay lagi hapon niya kay kun kuan man niya bagan protection gyapon niya bagan protection niya mga kuan mga calamity kun hadadagat.
So, we have here a picture of mangroves.
Next is sea turtles. Sea turtles breathe air like all reptiles and have streamlined bodies with large flippers. They are well adapted to life in the ocean and inhabit tropical and subtropical ocean waters around the world. Sea turtles are characterized by a large, streamlined shell and non-retractile head and limbs. Unlike other turtles, sea turtles cannot pull their limbs and head inside their shells. Their limbs and flippers that are adapted for swimming, so they are vulnerable while on land. Their diet consists primarily of crabs, mollusks, shrimps, jellyfish, and vegetation. Sea turtles provide habitat for an array of aquatic hitchhikers like barnacles and other small crustaceans, remoras, algae, and diatoms. Because sea turtles undergo long migrations, they help to transport these species. They also act as source of an umbrella for fish that use them as shelter from predators.
Ang sea turtles mga ibang nga turtle. Ang sea turtles diri niya kaya pasudlonan iya ulo ngan iya kapay iya lawas.
Ang sea turtles nagpo-provide gyapon iyahin habitat ha barnacles, crustaceans, remoras, algae. Kay ang sea turtle nag-undergo iyan long migration. Iya bagan gimbubuligan niya ini na mga species para mag-transport pangadto iba so ito tas bagan hiya gyapon an bagan payong han iba nga mga isda so bagaya gyapon an urokyan gyapon an iba nga isda bagan protector gyapon an isda ha para ha mga predators. So amin yung picture namon han sea turtles. Whales are mammals and along with dolphins, they belong to the other Cetaceae. Like other mammals, whales are warm-blooded, breathe air, bear live young and nurse them with milk. Their adaptations for aquatic life include a thick layer of blubber which insulates them from cold and provides buoyancy. They are mammals and they share defining traits of that group. They breathe air, are warm-blooded, give live birth, suckle their young on milk, and have hair. All are entirely aquatic with specialized adaptations such as flippers and tail flaps for living in water. Whales are at the top of the food chain and have an important role in the overall health of the marine environment. Whales play a significant role in capturing carbon from the atmosphere. Each great whale sequesters an estimated 33 tons of carbon. Each great whale sequesters an estimated 33 tons of carbon dioxide on average, thus playing their fight against climate change.
An whales, puro pareha gyapon niyahan dolphin, ngan bilong hira cetacea. Ngan parehasan iba nga mammals, an warm-blooded.
So these are the picture of the whales. Next is dolphins. Dolphins are mammals. Pare-pares gyapon kaninahan whales. They breathe air and give birth to live young. Dolphins also have small hairs which grow on their rostrums. Dolphins and whales have a layer of fatty tissue under the skin, called blubber, which maintains the animal's body heat. This layer of fat also provides an important energy source. So, ang dolphin nga ni mammals, paro-pareha sila may dihara mga fatty tissue, bangan tambok hiya nga, tambok nga. Tambok nga. So, ang dolphins nga ni whales, paro-pareha sila may dihara fatty tissue, suludhan era lawas. Dolphins have smooth, rubbery skin and are usually colored in some mixture of black, white, and gray. They have two flippers or fins on their sides as well as a triangular fin on the back. Like other whales, they have an insulating layer of blubber beneath the skin. So, amo na tunyakan ko kanina nga may dehra blubber or fat hayra suludan era lawas. Common bottlenose dolphins grow up to 13 feet or 4 meters long and 1,300 pounds or 590 kilograms. Common bottlenose dolphins live for 40 to 60 years. Female bottlenose dolphins give birth to a calf every 3 to 6 years after a 12-month gestation period. Female dolphins generally ovulate 2 to 7 times per year with a cycle length of about 30 days. They are seasonally polyestrous and estrous occurs from spring to fall. The estrous cycle varies in the length from 21 to 42 days. Male and female bottlenose dolphins have multiple mates in a given reproductive season. Without dolphins, the animals they prey on would increase in number, and their predators wouldn't have as much to eat. This would disrupt the natural balance in the food chain and could negatively affect other wildlife and the health of the ocean environment.
Ang dolphins nadakuyahan up to 13 feet or 4 meters long, nga naabutan niya timbangan 1,300 pounds, 590 kilogram. Ang common bottlenose dolphin nabubuhayan for 40 to 60 years. Ang female dolphins na anakiya every 3 to 6 years. Katimahan 12 months gestation per year.
So these are the pictures of the dolphins. Next is shark and rays. Shark are a group of elasmobranch fish characterized by a cartilaginous skeleton, 5 to 7 gill slits on the sides of the head, and pectoral fins that are not fused to the head. Modern sharks are classified within the clade Selachimorpha or Selachi, and are the sister group to the rays. Rays are the largest group of cartilaginous species with well over 600 species in 26 families. Rays are distinguished by their flattened bodies, enlarged pectoral fins that are fused to the head, and gill slits that are placed on their ventral surfaces. So in short, shark keep ocean ecosystem in balance. Sharks are the apex predators in marine ecosystems, which means they have few natural predators and feed on animals below them in the food web. Sharks limit the abundance of their prey, which then affect the prey of those animals, and so on throughout the food web. Rays serve important ecosystem functions, including stabilizing food webs and acting as ecosystem engineers through bioturbation. As mesopredators, rays prey on a variety of primary consumers while also being prey for apex predators.
Next is dugong. Dugong are long-lived marine mammals with lifespan of 7 years and minimum pre-reproductive period of 9 to 10 years. Growth can occur as late as 15 years and an statement mean calving interval of 3-7 years. Breeding occurs throughout the year and peak month of breed vary. Geographically, the dugong is a largest gray-brown bulbous animal with a flatted flat-tail like that of a whale, no dorsal fin, paddle-like flipper, and distinctive head shape. Dugongs grow to a maximum length of 13 feet or 4 centimeters long and weight of 595 pounds or 270 kilograms. Dugongs can live up to 70 years. Dugongs reproduce via interval fertilization and give birth to large and young, which they nurse for as long as a year and a half. Adult dugongs do not have any natural predators, but juveniles may be eaten by saltwater crocodile, killer whales, and the large coastal shark. However, the survived dugongs play an important role in maintaining a coastline ecosystem. Their constant browsing of seagrass encourages growth, ensuring critical habitat and feeding site for a host of the other marine species including turtles, dolphins, and shellfish. Ang dugong, marine mammal siya nga nabubuhay iyahan 70 years.
So, ang dugong, dapat iya nga isda nga matambok. Tapos, may date iya ikog nga flat. Tapos, paresan ko han whale. So, ganito iya. So, ang dugong naman, nahalabay up to 13 feet or 4 meters long. Tapos, natimbang naman niya 595 pounds or 270 in kilogram. Tapos, ito, nabubuhay ang dugong 70 years. So, ang dugong, pag nag-intercourse ganhiran, internal fertilization, bagabagayahan manok, naging puguran hiyaan kuan ang babayi nga dugong. So, an adult dugongs naman, waray hira any natural predators and iralugod mga anak ang mga juveniles pwede makaunan saltwater crocodiles, killer whales nganin mga coastal shark. Amo la itong bagan era pinaka main predator pero pag an adult na nga dugong waray hira kuan predators. So, amo adi ang picture namon han kanang dugong kuan hiya bagayan whales. Yun lang. So, next is algae. Algae are defined as a group of predominantly aquatic, photosynthetic, and nucleus-bearing organisms that lack the true roots, stems, leaves, and specialized multicellular reproductive structures of plants.
Many small algae reproduce asexual with ordinary cell division or biofragmentation, whereas larger algae reproduce by spores. Some red algae reproduce spores that are carried by water current and upon germination produce a new organism.
Algae can grow in virtually any environment that has carbon dioxide, sunlight, minerals, and enough water. The limiting factor in algae growth is often sunlight or minerals. When sunlight is limited, some kinds of algae can take in organic substances like plant matter as food.
They play a vital role in aquatic ecosystem by forming the energy base of the food web for all aquatic organisms. As autotrophic organisms, algae convert water carbon dioxide to sugar through the process of photosynthesis.
So, ang lumot, maraman kita diba tanan algae, lumot, tas kuan, nabubuhay ko talaga tiya, bisan may mga tubig, labi na kung permi ito nga area nga da, permi natutubigan, or diriya nawawaray ng tubig, magkakaada talaga yan lumot. Tapos, kung hadagat naman, may dagihapon mga lumot, kay pagkaon gihapon itira usahayan isda. Nabubuhi ang algae kung may daya carbon dioxide, tas may presence ng sunlight, tas minerals, tas may amon to may enough water kung iba naman nga kuan lumot adaha bato na pilit. Tas ang iba dagodiha may tuna nga permi may tubig. So amin yung picture namon han lumot. May daya naka-microscopic, tas may daliwat kuan nga nakikita alahan mata.
Next is zooplankton, crustacean and eggs and larvae of certain aquatic animals. Thus they may be further described as holoplankton and microplankton.
The zooplankton community is an important element of the aquatic food chain. These organisms serve as an intermediary species in the food chain, transferring energy from planktonic algae or primary producer to the larger invertebrate predators and fish who in turn feed on them. So, ang zooplankton, quantity mga similyahan, mga aquatic animals like fish, squid, tapos mga basta mga crustacean, tapos ang ladto. May kami picture nga dihan mga kanang zooplankton sa amin itiya.